What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Grave Media. This is Josh here, checking in on you. A little Beyond the Grave after dark. I'm your humble narrator. Come on in, file in, have a seat. But really, it's I was going to say happy Friday, but I've been working on this crap for so long. It's actually 1 a.m. here on the West Coast. And so if I drop this at 3 a.m., you're probably on the East Coast brushing your teeth if you do see this. So happy weekend to you. When it's late, I start to think, that's kind of when my creative juices are going. And I started thinking about these Scream Factory releases for October and what I'm excited about for Halloween. And the only one that's really got me excited is Drag Me to Hell, the Sam Raimi classic. So let's break it down. Thanks for being here. Hold tight. So my history with Drag Me to Hell is a little bit complicated. This movie came out in 2009, and my best friend was like, dude, Josh, you gotta watch this movie from Sam Raimi. I was like, Sam Raimi? Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, Darkman, tons of great movies. No, I'm not really interested. PG-13? Isn't that chick from Big Fish? Nah, dude, it looks dumb. I'm not really into it. Fast forward a couple of beers later, he comes over, and we're chilling on the couch. He's like, dude, I brought it over. He puts it on, and this is back when DVDs were like the thing, 2009, right? Put this thing on, and the intro had me immediately hooked. I was like, Sam Raimi is having the time of his life directing his ass off. And the story opens with Christine, who is this real estate broker, and she gets this woman who comes into her bank, and it is Mrs. Ganush. And Mrs. Ganush is kind of like a down-on-her-luck gypsy woman who was trying to get maybe her third or fourth mortgage, I don't know. But unfortunately, Christine here has to say no. She begs on her knees. She causes a giant scene, and Christine is kind of freaked out, and she's like, okay, well, hopefully that's the end of that. And the gypsy's like, you shamed me, right? So it's after work now. She's walking out to her car, and she sees this thing flying by, and all of a sudden, Mrs. Ganush is in her damn car. And the movie just takes this thing to an absolute another level. She starts to explain why she shames me. She grabs her hair and she's like, oh my God, what is she trying to do? She's trying to rip her earring out. Christine is not having the best time of her life in this parking garage. Intense movie, intense scene from Sam Raimi. This movie completely won me over. This movie just continues to snowball from this scene forward. Everything about this thing is absolutely incredible. And so they end up getting in this fight, right? And Christine's she's not sure what's going to happen. Ultimately, she's just trying to get out of the car with her life, and this woman, she grabs a little bit of her hair. All of a sudden, we got a little bit of fist fight. How about a neck lock? We're going to have a little forearm shiver, a little Bob Backlund coming at you. I don't know. All Christine knows is she's got to get the hell out of this parking garage. This is an absolute banger of a movie, and I was dead wrong. If you're looking at just the cover art right here, it looks like it's going to be cheesy. It looks like it's going to be something from Platinum Dunes 2009. But, Sam Raimi had other plans. This is Universal, baby. And he took care of this movie. He like he always does. Sam Raimi is a stone cold killer, man. Absolute killer director. And, this is a gross movie. Every time I put this movie on, my wife, it's very entertaining because there's a little bit of humor because it's Sam Raimi and he has a lot of fun when he's making his movies. But dude, you got to go through some paces with this movie. It's got a lot of kind of spirituality and witchcraft and a little tarot reading, fortune telling. There's some tropes in this movie, but it's so fun ultimately watching Christine try to get away from Mrs. Ganush. And some of the best scenes are, spoiler alert, Mrs. Ganush dies. And, she puts a curse on Christine, and Christine starts seeing visions. And I think that's when the movie really ramps up and goes into high gear. And that's when it kind of takes care of the audience, because you're wondering if everyone else can see this. Justin Long, who's in this movie, he does great. I love Justin Long. Kind of a sleeper little horror icon right now. Justin Long is like, Christine's losing her damn mind. She's complaining about her cat, and there's a lot of flies, and there's weird teeth, and there's weird body cavity oozing. All kinds of gross stuff is happening, right? They take care of the audience in this movie, and I think that's what makes it so charming is, I just love it. Another thing I really like about this movie is there's a lot of daytime horror scares, which doesn't happen very often, and it's almost like there's some dream within a dream kind of fake out scenes, but because they're happening in the daytime, you're like, oh no, this is really happening to this chick. And Sam Raimi's gross, man. Horror movie heaven, it says on the back, dude. That's not far off. This is a great damn movie. So what's funny is like the day after I was kind of a hater, I was like, dude, I gotta go buy that movie. I texted my friend, he's like, dude, I know, right? It's creepy. And I was like, yeah. So, this says August 28, 2000. I think that says 2009. This is the DVD, the unrated director's cut from Sam. And this got a lot of use. I paid $6 for it back then, had it forever. And this was kind of my go-to probably twice a year, just because of the comedy, because it's so much fun, doesn't take itself too seriously. So my wife loves it. And then I bought this Scream Factory. I upgraded to the collector's edition Blu-ray. It's got a wonderful little slip there. You pull that off and it's got the same poster art as the DVD, 2 discs, tons and tons of the 2K scan, tons and tons of special features, dude. This thing, it actually looks pretty good for being 2009, and I'm stoked to pick up the new 4K. Sometimes movies from that time period can look a little crappy if they're shot digitally. I don't know what Sam did, but I'm stoked to upgrade it. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Until next time, if you want to see more from me, like, comment, subscribe, share with the buddy, share with whoever. And then if you want to see more, follow me on social media on Instagram there. Until then, take care of yourselves. Cheers.